So JB Bickerstaff, and I know you were listening as well, asked on the areas that the Cavs need to continue to improve after the break as they kind of try to get that push and maintain that push towards the top spot in the Eastern Conference. Here is JB Bickerstaff on what he wants to see from his Cavs in the second half of the season.
Consistency on the offensive end of the floor, versus pressure versus physicality, the continued movement, the ball movement, body movement. I think those are things. And again, integrating Karras into what we're doing offensively and finding that consistency there.
So, Evan, the question is, and we've talked about it a little bit, Cavs have struggled a little bit offensively. Is that kind of a fatigue thing? Are they hitting the wall? Keep in mind, these are all young guys that aren't used to, getting their bodies beat on for 82 games in an NBA season.
I think it's a little bit of everything if you really look at it at the end of the day. I think fatigue definitely does play a factor. Like you said, this is a younger team who has been playing full-board basketball for 48 minutes almost every night for nearly 60 games. You're going to look tired. You're going to show some fatigue. You definitely see with Evan Mobley right now, but he's hitting a rookie wall, which is natural. I think the youth of this team just maybe realizing they don't have the energy to stretch this out over a full 82 games is realistic. I think this Cavs team will still play hard. I think they'll still play their best. Most teams will say that they look forward to the All-Star break. They won't publicly say it or just say, they can't wait to have a full week off. But having a time to kind of rest, relax, recharge, get everything set, so you can just head back out there and look sharp for the remainder 20 or so games in the season really helps a lot. And I think Bickerstaff is saying all the right things. They still need to get Caris LeVert integrated. He said he's running more of a pick-and-roll heavy vanilla scheme for him, and he doesn't have a full grasp of Cleveland's offense. And I think when he does, that'll kind of unlock things further for them. Darius Garland being fully healthy will obviously be beneficial. Rajon Rondo kind of being fully recovered from that hamstring injury of his would also be beneficial for this team as well. There's a few things that could fall into place for the Cavs as they continue to get healthy, and using this break to just kind of leapfrog that. And Bickerstaff also mentioned just in terms of just practicing and play time and just rotations, his staff will be cognizant of that going forward. They are well aware that this isn't a sprint. This is a marathon that this entire season is. And they don't want to necessarily push things further than they need to, especially if they want to make a deeper playoff run than just be a quick first-round exit.
Yeah, you mentioned Garland. Cavs have been beat up, and that's another thing. Not only are they young and beat up, and still finding a way to compete. So there are plenty of good signs that they're showing out on the court as well.
Yeah, there definitely is. Garland is well deserving of the All-Star honors, like Jared Allen. He the back issue has been kind of a thing since they played Golden State in San Francisco. He tweaked it then. He tweaked it again when Cleveland hosted Milwaukee when they defeated them, and he sat out for maybe the end of the third and was back at the start of the fourth. He played against the Pistons, and when the Cleveland had arguably their worst loss of the season, then was kind of shut down for a few games, is slowly getting back. I didn't even mention Lauri Markkanen, who's been sidelined for a little bit now due to a high ankle sprain. He's kind of key to what they're doing, especially when they want to play with three bigs as well. There's a lot of different pieces at play, but I think Garland could definitely use this time off just to rest and maybe give his back a little bit of a break. I asked Bickerstaff about it a little bit, and I said, do you have any advice for these guys as they're heading into the break, especially the ones that are just kind of being a part of their first All-Star festivities? He said he wants them to enjoy it and take in the moment, but please, please, please try to find time to rest and recover so that they can come back fully ready to go next week when I think they play Detroit on Thursday.